On the evening of May 30, which was a Friday, my son Chandler and I got on the bus to go to Metro Manila. This was the first leg of our journey. My son had to go to Kuala Lumpur for personal and work-related reasons, and because this was his first international flight, his father did not want to let him go alone. So I was asked to come along to guide him on the things that he still had to learn when it comes to international travel. So here we are on the bus. This first leg began in the town where we live and ended in Metro Manila. This road is the only highway that connects the Bicol region to Metro Manila, and the official name of the road is the Pan-Philippine Highway, also known as the Maharlika Highway. We were told by the staff of the bus company that these days the trip could last as long as 15 or 16 hours because of all the road work that's going on. The trip is normally only 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12. So Chandler and I bought a lot of snacks to bring with us on the bus, like this mamon here. One very normal thing that travelers can see on the Pan-Philippine Highway are accidents, like what you're going to see. There are usually a handful on any given day. Thankfully, most of them are just minor and no one really gets hurt. But every once in a while, there are major collisions that lead to injury and death. Because this is the only highway connecting the Bicol region to the National Capital Region, we all have to endure going along this highway. One way to escape traveling this way is to take the plane. We did try to book a flight instead, but because we were booking the flight so close to the date of our travel, the rates were so super expensive already, it no longer made sense to us because the price was almost the same as the price of a flight to maybe Thailand. So here we are on the bus on the Pan-Philippine Highway. We were able to get the good seats though. We got the front seats reserved for persons with disability and senior citizens and pregnant women because I am a person with disability. I have traveled this road before many times driving my own car years and years ago. I was fearless then. I had a Mazda 323 sedan with a nice 16-valve engine, manual transmission, and I would gas up with a fuel that was 98 octane. And that really gave me a lot of confidence and efficiency in overtaking trucks without getting sandwiched. But this time, I don't want to drive this highway. Not anymore. Like, no, no, sir. This is a very hard no. I would rather sleep on the bus or get on a plane if I book the tickets early enough to get a reasonable price. Anyway, that is a very long introduction. Here we are now passing by one of the many roadworks that is being done. But the trip did not last as long as we expected because here we are already in Metro Manila at past 5 o'clock in the morning of May 31. At the terminal, we booked a grab car to my brother's house, and finally here I am in the kids' room where I always stay whenever I come to Metro Manila for any reason. The kids are currently vacationing in Naga City with their two sets of grandparents. But on other days, when I came here in the past, the kids just stayed in the master bedroom with their parents, so I could have their room all to myself. Let me just share with you the dinner that we had on May 31. There is a delivery service for chicken called 24 Chicken, and they have a flavor called Jack Daniels. There is no alcohol content, of course, but it's supposed to taste like the alcoholic drink. But I wouldn't know because I do not drink. But it's good. The other flavor is lemon butter or something, and it is also good. On the evening of the next day, we had a cake because it was my son Chandler's birthday. It's just super, super simple. There were just four of us in the house, my brother, my sister-in-law, my son, and me. My son is 25 years old already, so he's not really that much into birthday parties anymore. But we did love the cake. It was Toblerone and it was wonderful. On the very early morning of June 2, my brother drove Chandler and I to the airport for our flight to Kuala Lumpur. I decided that we should go super duper early just to make sure we will have time to deal with whatever problems that might come up, like what we have been seeing on the news for the past several months. I wanted us to have enough time to deal with all that in case that happens and still not miss our flight. Before we left the house, we already did the online check-in and the filling out of the immigration form for departure, and we downloaded our boarding passes and all of the QR codes just to make things easier and faster for us in case problems arise. But fortunately, we were just breezed through. We went straight to bag drop to get our carry-on luggage and personal items bags checked and weighed. We had no checked luggage. And then immigrations was also relatively quick and hassle-free. And then finally, it was time for food. Here we are now at the pre-boarding area. That is our gate over there, gate 7. Those are stairs leading down. This is my ever reliable suitcase in the carry-on size. I've had this for about a decade and it has been battered in so many trips, but it's still in one piece. This is a very good suitcase. Shoes are no longer required to be taken off. And here is my personal items bag, which is actually a bag in a bag. While waiting for boarding, I started reading this book on my Kindle. People say this is just a short read, so I thought this could be my travel reading. I mean, this could be the book that I read the whole time I'm in Malaysia. I also heard that there will be a movie adaptation. I'm looking forward to it. And the book is funny. Can you just read the first paragraph of this chapter? I was laughing out loud while reading parts of this book. After a while, we decided to go down the stairs to our boarding area, gate 7. Those are the stairs that I mentioned earlier. And by the way, I still always use these motion sickness patches every time I travel. I still have several left because when my cousin Josephine visited me, she gave me another box of this. I wore these on the bus and also made my son wear a set. I keep them here in this pouch together with the rest of my medication. There was still some time to get some hot drinks. I'm not a fan of Starbucks at all, but at Terminal 3, they were the only coffee shop that had hot chocolate, which was what I was craving for. The others didn't have it, so I just cringed and bought our drinks. And that is me. Hi, everyone. The Kipling bag that contains my bag's marked tote and a bunch of other loose things fit perfectly under the seat in front of me because that's one of the things that this bag was designed for. We each had wired headphones, which came wrapped with a paper strip, but I tore it off right away. None of the movies and TV shows called out to me, so I ended up watching Mystic River, which for some reason I have never seen before.
If you are seated in an exit row, you are required by civil aviation regulations to read the passenger briefing card. If you need to be reseated, please inform our cabin crew now. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, vaping, or the use of electronic cigarettes is not allowed.
For our meal on the plane, I chose the veal sausage with egg and hash brown and mushrooms and a Coca-Cola. The food was not piping hot, but it was warm enough and it was filling. The flight was over 4 hours long, so Mystic River finished while we were still in flight. So, of course, I ended up watching Friends, which I have seen many, many times before. Here is an announcement about monkeypox.
High fever, swelling of the neck, armpit, or groin areas, or rashes, blisters, or pustules on the body, especially in the face, hands, feet, mouth, or genital areas. Please report immediately to the health authorities at the point of entry upon arrival. If you are traveling from a country considered at risk and do not have any symptoms, you are advised to monitor your health for 21 days. If any symptoms develop during this period, please seek medical attention at the nearest healthcare facility. This is a mandatory requirement under the Prevention and Control of Infectious Diseases Act 1988. We would like to inform you that the Malaysian Immigration Department does not require passengers to complete any entry forms upon arrival. However, please be advised that Malaysia enforces extremely strict laws against drug trafficking. A conviction for such an offense may result in capital punishment. We strongly urge all passengers to comply fully with local laws and regulations. Thank you for your attention and cooperation.
This is a huge airport that we had to take a tram just to get to immigrations, which was in a whole other building. We were able to change our Philippine pesos to the local currency, and the exchange rate on that day was this. And finally, here we are at immigrations. Videos and photos are not allowed here, so I didn't film. But there was free Wi-Fi, so I was able to check my messages and email and update people that we have landed. I had a quick bathroom break. That is my outfit for the day. My boyfriend's band shirt, randomly getting to Malaysia. Chandler's girlfriend Maria and her best friend Lauren picked us up from the airport. Malaysian vehicles are right-hand drive, and even though I have already experienced riding a right-hand vehicle in Thailand, I've never really felt comfortable. It's very, very freakish, but also very amusing. And finally, here we are at the Airbnb that Chandler has booked for us. This is a very nice view, and the listing said that we get the sunrise here in this window. It's motivation for me to get up early. I hardly ever see the sunrise anymore. Stay tuned for part 2 of my vlog about our trip to Malaysia.